Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull. Repair, United Plumbing, and Anchor Point Roofing and Siding. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey there, good morning to you on Thursday. Hope your week is going well. Tomorrow's Friday, and we're all excited about that. Thanks for being with us this morning. And we want to start out with some local news from around the Ozarks.
Okay, here we go. Springfield City Council is keeping the door open to a possible professional soccer stadium, but they say more study is needed before they can officially move forward. Council voted on Monday to end its current cost-sharing agreement with United Soccer League and extend an exclusivity agreement through December of next year. Proposed 9-acre site sits near National and Traffic Way. It was once a limestone quarry and landfill, so they're going to have to do a lot of pre-work there with environmental cleanup and engineering. But the city could spend up to $75,000 on that additional pre-development work, while the soccer league continues to consider Springfield one of their high priority markets. The stadium would hold at least 5,000 seats, have room to expand to 10,000, and would host men's and women's professional soccer.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think it's nice to have a nice facility in the downtown area, something else near the stadium. I don't know much about this soccer league, and I'm a soccer fan, so I don't know. I don't know what kind of crowd they would draw, but I guess we'll see, right?
Yeah. I mean, Missouri State has a really good team. I don't know what kind of crowd they draw.
Not huge. Because we've been to some games. The boy plays soccer. I like soccer. So we've been to some games, and Missouri State's been, top 10 many times. But they don't get a huge crowd.
Right.
So I don't know.
So we shall see what happens. Okay. Bolivar city leaders are taking steps to end the city's use of flock cameras following some concerns by people who live there. The Board of Aldermen plans to send the company a cease and desist letter to Flock and ask that those cameras be covered up while the city is working to terminate the contract. Flock has 48 hours to respond, and aldermen could hold a special meeting on Friday if the company does not agree to cover up the equipment. Those cameras were approved last year, but were not installed until June. So, yeah, the city is determining when the contract officially started, since it took them so long to install. Officials are reviewing whether ending the agreement with Flock could potentially require the city to pay back nearly $50,000 in grant money.
Oh, that's interesting, because usually that grant money is tied to
a specific thing.
Okay.
Earmarked, if you will.
Former Waynesville City employees facing felony stealing charge now after investigators say more than $35,000 connected to the city's Hogs and Frogs Festival was diverted into a private account. Michelle Brown, former city clerk there, is accused of using an unauthorized bank account created for the festival to deposit more than $35,000 between 2023 or from 2023 to 2025 while she was working for the city as city clerk. Investigators say some of the money was spent on personal purchases, online shopping, restaurants, and other retail transactions. Brown told investigators that she believed the account was separate from the city and acknowledged that she was wrong to use that money for personal expenses. She resigned from the city in November of last year after 8 years as city clerk and was issued a criminal summons on the stealing charge. Again, that's in Waynesville. And Nixa police are moving closer to participating in a federal immigration enforcement program after the city council voted overwhelmingly 5-1 to approve an agreement with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The task force program will provide training, legal guidance, and access to federal resources when officers encounter illegal immigrants during their normal law enforcement work. Police say the agreement does not change the department's primary mission or authorize routine immigration enforcement, but simply helps police enforce current laws of the land. The Highway Patrol, Branson Police, Christian County Sheriff's Department are among the Missouri agencies already involved in similar programs.
Okay. Springfield City Council is considering the next step for a proposed 510 unit development on 48 acres along East Division, despite an ongoing lawsuit over that project. The development, now called Gotts Valley, would involve public streets and easements on property owned by 3 development entities. City staff says Monday's action was administrative and only involved accepting the streets and easements, while neighbors continue to object to the project's density and traffic impacts. A property owners group is suing now, claiming that the development doesn't conform to Springfield's forward SGF comprehensive plan. City Council is expected to vote on the easements August 24th, so upcoming. And developers say that they're hoping to start construction on the first phase before the end of this year. We'll see. Springfield Gym is set to close next month as the local fitness market is a bit competitive and numbers are down. 10 Fitness says that its locations on South Glenstone will close on September 23rd when their current lease expires. The company will stop processing membership payments for customers on biweekly plans starting on September 9th. The gym offers amenities, including cardio workout, massage, tanning, recovery room, women's only space. The closure comes as the national fitness industry continues to grow, although industry data shows people are making fewer average visits to the gym this year.
Why is that? Doesn't that always happen?
COVID? No. I mean, I think it is a lot of people during COVID started working out at their home and figured out that they could. Then they bought, the amount of online memberships for, like, if you wanted to, work out with a trainer, so to speak, you can get them on your phone, like on YouTube or whatever, through like a subscription. I mean, I don't know. This is me surmising, but like I know a decent amount of people who stopped going to actual physical gyms, started doing it at their house. I'm just not one of them. I can't. Yeah. I'm not consistent at my house. I actually need to leave the premises.
Yeah, neither am I. I don't work out at the house much. If I'm going to work out, it's going to be, it's going to be out somewhere.
Hey, have you ever heard of the sit to stand test?
I don't.
Did I already tell you about this?
That sounds familiar, but no.
I might have already told you about it. So you can Google it. It's called sit to stand test, but it is a test that basically kind of can pretty accurately predict your longevity, barring like a car crash or something. But it's like, how many times can you sit and stand with no help, like no assistance, not using your arms? And then if you Google it, it'll tell you how many times you should be able to do that in your age range for your gender. And it's like a longevity predictor. And apparently, according to some researchers, was like very accurate.
Well, that doesn't sound very good. Sometimes I roll off the couch. I just do a roll.
Tuck and roll or just roll?
Yeah, sometimes there's a tuck involved.
It's pretty athletic. I've seen a tuck and roll.
All right. With the school year approaching, Springfield Police, Greene County Sheriff's Department, and Springfield Public Schools are working together to remind all of us who drive to slow down and watch out for kids, because it is that time of year yet again. School begins on August 25th. Many districts around the area. Safety campaign is focusing on distracted driving, pedestrian awareness, and stopping for school buses, which will be out and about very soon. Police, for their part, recorded 12 illegal school bus stop arm passes in 2025. So that's driving around the stop sign when it's out on a school bus. It doesn't sound like very many. That follows 2023 or 23 and 2024. That's confusing.
So it won't be down.
And 7 in 2023.
Oh, okay. Well, up and down then, all over the map.
So it varies. Yeah.
Yes.
I bet it depends on where they're stopping and for how, or where the police are sitting and for how long.
Right.
Anyway, Springfield police will emphasize bus stop arm enforcement and school zone speeding during the months of August we are in and September. Next month, the school gets back in session. So heads up, be extra careful.
Yeah.
Always be extra careful. I guess it's kids involved. Drivers should treat flashing bus lights and an extended stop arm as a clear signal to stop. So kids are safe walking to and from the school bus.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said next month. What he meant to say was like in a week, because it's two weeks till school starts back. Less than that now, actually.
Yeah.
It's wild. Okay, that's all we got, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a really great day. And we will see you back here tomorrow.
See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine, Whole Hog Cafe, Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Conditions across the Ozarks today are going to be hot. I know I sound like a broken record. I'm kind of tired of saying how hot it's going to be in the Ozarks, but that's just the story. We have temperatures that are soaring. This is the hottest stretch of summer so far. And indeed, today, high temperatures could hit 99 degrees. So we're going for an upgrade here in the Springfield area. Greene County now going to be under an extreme heat warning opposed to that heat advisory that we've had for the last stretch of days. The real difference in the forecast there means that the heat index value is going to be a little bit higher today and for the rest of the week. Therefore, the National Weather Service in Springfield decided to upgrade us to that extreme heat warning. Lucky us. That means heat index values could reach 110 degrees. It is going to be absolutely brutal outside. So just kind of prepare for the warmth. We have lots of time in the air conditioning ahead. Make sure if you have any big jobs to do outdoors, you're taking caution and delaying if possible. It's not safe to be out in this type of summertime heat. If you're under the direct sun, you really feel it. We're going to see conditions that are hot and humid for a stretch of days, and there's a frontal boundary draped to our north. Friends up north in northern Missouri are actually going to be quite comfortable in the coming week. But here in the Ozarks, we're right underneath this big ridge of high pressure, and it's going to mean that our temperatures stay very warm with heat index values approaching 110, as I mentioned. Staying blazing hot through the middle of the week into next week, too. We've got temperatures that are just going to stay up into the upper 90s. Flirting with 100 degrees. In fact, we may see some folks get to the triple digits for actual high temperatures. This means the heat index will have no trouble getting into the 110 area. So these are extreme temperatures lasting for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this coming weekend. I do think that early next week, we still stay warm. I mean, we're still talking about major heat and heat-related impacts. However, we are talking about also a little bit of a back down into next week. So the weekend is looking totally like a scorcher. Around the country, here's what's making headlines. We've got heavy rain for the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. Heat is continuing into the plains and much of the Southeast. That's making national news headlines. I know you're seeing the heat headlines for much of the country across many different places, not just the Ozarks, but much of the Midwest is in the same boat as us, experiencing some of this extreme heat and humidity, and it does not look to be going anywhere. Hottest stretch of summer so far in August, even though it started so cool. Remember how cool it was on August 1st? Yeah, that was not a good indication of how the rest of the month would go because we are trapped in this heat dome for the time being. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day, and it is true or false. When it rains, there is always some type of thunder that you just may not hear. Do you think that is true or false? Well, it is actually false. There is not always thunder. It's not one of those if a tree falls in the woods type of questions. There is not always thunder. When it rains, as we talked about yesterday, thunder is the result of lightning, and the two go hand in hand. It is not always present in every rain shower activity. I've got another true or false question, though, queued up for you here. This one I'll have the answer to tomorrow morning. And remember, all correct guesses are entered into a contest at the end of the week. and we draw $50 for Godfather's Pizza. So 50-50 shot for $50. Not a bad deal. You might want to pay attention and go guess at the website on this one. Here it is. True or false? Lightning is hotter than the surface of the sun. Do you think that is true or false? No Googling. That takes all the fun out of it. Just take a guess. 50-50 shot this time. Again, you can do that at aroundtheozarks.com. Just click on contests. Big thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Whole Hog Cafe, Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Thanks so much for listening early this morning. I sure appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day and are able to beat the heat. Even if you're heading to the pool, you still got to use caution. Drink plenty of water. Dehydration happens so quickly in weather like this. So use caution and have a great one. Just enjoy this stretch of summertime days. Thanks for listening. I'll be back to chat with you early tomorrow morning. In Springfield today, look for sunshine, high temp of 99, heat index value closer to 107. I'll be back to chat with you early tomorrow.